So today I'm going to be doing this beautiful last minute Valentine's Day look. This is what I would wear on a last minute Valentine's Day. I've done lots of variations of this look on my Instagram. I've done lots of variations of this look on my clients, just using different palettes, slightly different tones, different textures. And no matter what, no matter whose eye color it is, no matter what eye shape you have, it always turns out amazing. Whether you add a wing onto it, whether you add lashes onto it, whether you go with a dark lip, a lighter lip, it will always work out. Trust me. You can use 3 shades, you can use 20 shades. It will look good. Alright. I'll let Makeup Jade keep going and I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the video. So this is the brush that I'm going to be using. What are you called? Top notch. Dust that all over the crease. And as you can see, I'm doing like back and forth motions, swirls. This is just really a transitional shade. So you can see it's about the color of my skin tone, maybe a couple shades darker and a little bit peachier. So I always have an issue with blending this inner part. It tends to skip. So I tend to push my brush in and do little swirls just to make sure I blend it out. And then I don't have an issue with blending out here. So all I tend to do is back and forth motions fairly light. And I'm holding the brush fairly far. And you'll see me sometimes get nice and close. This means I want more precision. This means I want to kind of fluff it out really softly. Doing the same on the other eye. So now you can see we've got this beautiful transition shade. So I'm going to dip into this shade here. It's called Big Spoon. I'm going to tap it off. A lot came off on the brush then. But it's a nice warm shade and I'm going to be popping that a little bit lower, but still in the same area. And same technique, I'm kind of doing little back and forth motions. So you can see I'm holding the brush quite far. And I really don't want to put too much colour down in one spot. But I want this to have like a good base colour. So I'm holding the brush down the end and I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I am kind of taking it into the crease and then I'm pressing a little bit more. So I'm pressing on that brush and I'm sweeping it over top because I want to soften out this edge and kind of blur it up. Another really good trick to do is to get an even bigger brush. So this brush here is the M510 and it's got nothing on it. I tend to do this quite a lot with this brush. And as you can see, it's got nothing on it. The bristles just are a bit stained. And I like to just take it across. And I'm not being too neat. I'm just simply blurring the edges. And you can see that this side's a lot more refined at the moment than this side. But now you can see it's really nice and blurred. Love it. So now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. So this one here is the Morphe M513. And just for comparison into what we have been using, just so you know what I'm talking about. So they may all look the same, but they're really not. This colour down the bottom called Go Wish. And I'm going to chuck this on the outer corner. Again, tapping the product of the brush. And going on the outer corner with this one, and we're going to take it into the lower crease. Now, I'm holding the brush kind of about midway and I'm just doing little back and forth motions. And you can see I've dipped into the product a few times, but this is just building it. So now I'm going to kind of buff and blur, push it into the center a little bit more. And now I'm going to get into the crease. So for the crease, see where I've kind of naturally got this like line up here? I'm going to go just below it. So you can see if I do this, compared to this side where it doesn't have much definition, this has a little bit more definition through there. So I'm going back into that middle size brush, the M504, and I'm just going to blur out those edges. There's nothing on this brush, by the way. This bigger brush, Yeah, so the M510, and I'm just going over top of it. So this is the part where you can start controlling where you want the look to go. You can either choose more of this darker sort of raspberry colour, or you can choose this more goldy colour. You could choose any of these shades. This is where I'm going to get a little bit more advanced from you. I'm sorry about this. Just a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into Tinseltown. And I'm going to use this as like a wash of colour. So you can just finish it off there and skip on to the next part. This is where I'm going to tick it up a notch. I'm going to go into 1111. Same brush. I'm going to use a product called MAC Fix Plus. I'm going to dip the brush into the product and use this and spray it. So right now I just wet the brush and I'm just going to pat it onto the lid. So what this is doing is it's making the product wet, making it more pigmented, a little bit more shiny. It's made the glitter stand out a bit more with it as well. And I'm simply just patting, not doing anything too crazy. I'm going to go into the smaller blending brush and I'm just going to diffuse the edges. I'm going to go into the medium sized brush and diffuse the top edge. And I'm just gonna clean up my mess. I'm happy with that, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Alright, so now I'm gonna brighten the eye up a little bit more. I'm gonna use this really tiny little pencil brush. This is the Morphe E36. And I'm going to dip into Treat Yourself. And I'm gonna highlight this inner corner. You can wet it if you want. I want a little bit more of a softer look. And I'm holding the brush quite far back and I'm just sort of lightly, same brush, same colour, I'm going to take a touch up on the brow bone. Going into this really big fluffy brush again, just soften that back out on the brow bone. So I'm just going to wipe off what was on that really tiny little pencil brush and I'm just going to dip straight into big spoon again. So we're going to dip into it with that little tiny pencil brush and I want you to grab a mirror. I want you to kind of have it up and I want you to dip your head down and look up into that mirror. And that just helps you. And now I'm going to dip into Go Wish. And I'm just going to deepen that. And all that has done is deepen. Now that's all the eyeshadow done. Personally, I really enjoy a brown liquid liner. This is called Mad Max Brown. And that's what I'm going to use. But if you are in Australia, something that's a little bit more accessible is the Napoleon gel eyeliners. And the colour that you want to get is in Earth or Teo. And it's simply just a brown gel liner. Or alternatively, a brown pen. This is Napoleon pencil in brown sugar. So I'm going to hug this really close to the lash line. So really basic. I'm just going to add some mascara. This is the Paradise Ecstatic by L'Oreal. I love this mascara, it's so good, but just use your favourite mascara. So this is the completed look. I really enjoy it and it is quick and easy once you get the hang of it as well, but it is really pretty for a last minute look. I hope you'd enjoyed it and I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. From me to you, have a lovely day. Mwah.